So back to Redhill, and we're on Penners Lake. I haven't fished this lake since 24th August. Across the way, I was on peg 5, so I hadn't moved very far on peg 4, which I told was a good area. So I was really looking forward to it. So actually ready. So the whistle's just gone. Well, Mike just shouted all in. So I'm going to start. Well, basically all I got is pellets and corn, a bit of ground bait, but I don't think I'm going to need that, to be honest with you. But mix some up just in case, because I wasn't sure I was going to fish, because obviously I had a real hard frost this morning. So, but there was quite a few fish topping. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to toss pot some pellets in, just fish a hard 6mm banded pellet, just Hinder's carp pellet, so just a coarse pellet. I'm just going to ping pellets at like 13 metres. Obviously this is speeded up, but I had a bit of a nightmare, just caught small skimmers, missing bites, and just felt I was going nowhere. And the lad next to me could just about see his pole in the right corner, well in the middle of the right. He's catching pretty well, to be fair, steady on pellets, just a little bit further out than what I was. It was making me think, so I'm fishing about 9 metres, he's fishing about 11, and it's quite a steepish sort of shelf. It just keeps going down and down. So going nowhere catching these skimmers, to be honest with you. And I felt I was missing out on some better fish, but so I made the decision to go longer, because I must have given this a good 20 minutes, and I thought maybe keep plugging away, they'll come, but
one of your skimmers,
it
Neil.
didn't happen, unfortunately. And in reflection, I definitely should have just binned this off. As soon as I started catching these, I should have realised that I needed to go longer. So definitely a little bit slow on the uptake. So shipped out 30 metres. Just been pinging some 6mm, because the carp pellets are quite a small, sort of like 6mm pellet. Now that might sound a bit daft, but you get some pellets, like say made by Coppins, they're quite a biggish sort of 6mm. So I just got a 0.4 gram John Walker float, got a 1.6 Maver hybrid elastic, got 0.18 mainline, gives me a bit of flexibility on what hook length I'm going to use, and I got 0.12 for an hook length. A size 18 B911, and then just a Drennan microband. Did fish a couple of lassos, but I don't know, I must be getting old. The knots didn't hold very well. I only caught like 2 or 3 fish, and then the knot unfortunately broke. I love the water, to be honest with you. I think a band's probably better because it gives you more flexibility. Whereas obviously a lasso, just you're restricted. If you've got a 4mm lasso, you can't hit a 6mm pellet. Whereas obviously a microband, you could probably get away with it in an 8mm. So 8, 6 or 4mm. So to be fair, once I went long, this was going quite well. Just pinging a bit of bait. I noticed a few lads were just toss potting. Lad next to me was probably about 8 fish in front of me. But looking down the lake, fair play, everyone was catching.
Fringe.
So up to this point, I've had a couple of foul lookers, which I think was always going to be the nature of the beast. For those who don't know it, because I didn't realise it's quite this deep. It's probably a good 9 foot in front of me at 13 metres. So I think, unfortunately, always at that sort of depth of water, you're going to potentially miss a few bites and obviously get line bites and it interferes. So I've got this carp here. It's actually in the anal fin. This is the biggest fish I caught of the day. It's got to be about £8, I would have thought. This started making me thinking about going shallow. I didn't blow my peg by feeding like loads of bait. In retrospect, maybe I didn't feed enough. I'm not so sure. Lad next to me's fed 4 pints of 4 mils, and I probably maybe fed a pint of pellets in total. So yeah, I don't know if I've underdone it. But yeah, things definitely went downhill. So everything was good up to lunchtime. Since up to 12:30, so I've had a real good sort of steady run, to be honest with you. And I haven't shown all the footage. I've caught a few more fish as well. So, but until it's lunchtime, so there's a few birds of prey that get behind us in the woods. You can hear them. So I think he's got a mouse or something between his claws, look. And the wind come and the rain, which is forecasted. It wasn't that windy, to be fair. It was pretty cold though. Felt it was going nowhere, and when I come back onto my short line, I haven't primed it or anything. Just like almost like started it again. Because I'd imagine the few pellets that I'd fed would have been eaten by skimmers. It's been probably a good sort of 3.5 hours, maybe 4 hours before I come back onto this line. And to be fair, I got quite an instant response, which I was quite surprised about. Because this is probably about maybe 5 foot deep. I thought maybe the fish like been at 5 foot. So I tried to catch shallow at 5 foot. So I took the toss pot off, shipped out where I've been pinging pellets, and just caught a couple of roach and fouled at one skimmer, fouled at one F1, which come off. So a bit frustrating really. Spent a bit of time trying to catch shallow. Didn't happen. Lad next to me caught shallow as well as on the deck. So yeah, I don't know. Back to the drawing board. It's definitely got a few things wrong. Should have come onto this line a bit sooner. And maybe had 2 like lines. You know, basically I have one at 10, one at 12, and then one at 10, one at 2 o'clock, like at 9 meters, and then just fish the pinging line long at 12 o'clock. If that makes sense. But pinged a bit of bait down the edge. All I caught was skimmers, and just coming to like sort of like last hour, you sort of know you're not really going to pull it back unless you catch some real big ones or have an amazing run. So I start pushing the peg a bit hard, and that was just a bad mistake. I felt the more I fed, the worse it got. apologise for the water on the lens, but it was raining. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Definitely some things I need to sort out, so I'll give it another go next week. Here's all the weights. There's not very many venues that you can catch £70 and come pretty much almost last. So fair play. Cracking venue.